What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the autumn season of Series 1. So, today we're going to be taking part in the trial event. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Too many buttons hit at once. Today we're going to do the Going Down a Storm trial to get the Lamborghini Murcielago. You can see here the car restriction is A-Class Modern Supercars. And so I'm going to go ahead and find a team. This is the car that we're using. It's the BMW i8. Oh, that was me honking. I was like, what in the world? So this is the BMW i8 from 2015. And by default, this is the only car that I think that you can use on this race because it's the only modern supercar in A-Class. So I've got a tune on it, and that tune will be up on the screen now. It is from Sanip, and his name will be up on the screen as well. In case the share code changes, you can at least search for the tune. I did do this once already and failed. I swapped out tunes. I was using the tune from Ugrundy. It worked pretty well. It just didn't seem like it was fast enough. I could not catch the Drivatar in first place very well. So that mixed with the teammates that I had, we'll say, caused me to fail the first time. So don't think that me just recording one attempt of the trial is ever, me not having issues with it. So usually you just see the successful attempt if I have to redo it again. So the Grundy tune, again, it's a good tune. It handles really well for what the trial is. It needs a little bit more speed. The Sanip tune has a little bit more top speed, so I'm hoping that that'll help us out. But we'll see when we get in there in about 30 or so seconds. Alright, so like I said, I think the i8's the only car that you can use. We only have 2 other teammates, which is awesome. That's much rather what I prefer, is less teammates here on the trial. Starting off with the Chihuahua circuit. But with there being less teammates, that means there's less to carry if you are good at racing, and neither of them have a tune, which is unfortunate. If you are jumping into the trial event, make sure you put a tune on your car. But I'm assuming since this game is so new, they probably rented this car, because you can do that if you don't own it. And it is 140,000 credits to buy the car. So I think the tune was roughly 40 to 50,000 credits. So you're dropping quite a bit of money to, actually own the car and use your own car in the race. So I'm assuming that's what a lot of people are doing, is renting the car to use in the race. So I guess it's understandable at this point in the game when not very many people have a lot of money. So that guy's just drifting around the world. I wish he would get out of my way. Like, he's literally holding me up. Like, get out of the way so I can at least go chase down first place. Brakes work really well. Alright. Let's try to get out in front. All 3 of these races are going to be in the storm, which is pretty cool. First and second place have absolutely taken off. We're currently winning, though, in our positions that we are in, so that's good to see. If you're new to the trial event, they are team race events, and so for every opponent that you're ahead of, you get 10 or 100 points for your team, and you can see that over on the far right at the top of the screen. And then whoever's in first place gets an extra 50 points just to ensure that there's not a tie. So you don't even have to come in first place to actually win these events. You just have to have a pretty decent team as far as being able to not be in last. But with the 3 of us, it seemed pretty consistent that they're at least decently driving or keeping ahead of the back pacing Drivatars. So that's good. I really want to try to catch up to these front 2. Not a big fan of losing to Drivatars, even if it is, still winning the race, but I want first place. I feel like they've got too much of a gap on me, though. That's something, too. If you are doing the trial event and you've got somebody on your team that has a tune, you're best just giving up your position and letting them go around. because they probably have a way better chance of catching up or staying on pace with the front pack than you do if you don't have a tune. So I'm not very happy about the way the beginning of this race kind of played out, just because I probably could have been up here competing for first and second, but instead I'm still trying to catch up, and I don't think I'll be able to before the end of this lap. Because you see how far ahead we are of them. Like, obviously we're making way better pace than they are, but they were like drifting around, and it just kills me sometimes. But nonetheless, we're still going to win the race, it seems. As long as they keep their positioning, we should be fine. Alright, so first and second just finished. We're going to come in third. Hopefully they keep fourth and fifth. And hopefully we can win that race and move into the second one. Alright, so they did keep third. So we went third, fourth. Oh, and one of them just went to sixth. I don't know that I understand that. I don't know. But we won that race, that part of the event. So we are going to move on to the next one, and hopefully we can win that one as well. Alright, into the Plaza circuit. This might be where the car struggles maybe a little bit compared to the other tune. The other tune had a spoiler and some downforce, where this one doesn't have that, but it's got a higher top speed. So we'll see what it can do through here. The last course is really where it should shine, because it is a sprint race, so less turns, or less tight turns is what I should say, and more open road. So let's see if we can't get around our teammates pretty quickly here at the beginning. We just kind of pushed that guy right through. If you are doing this race, there is a really sharp turn coming up that I honestly did not see the first time. I wasn't paying attention. So that right there really messed me up on the first race for the first time I played through it. Come on, get out of the way, Drivatar. This is a really, really tight course, so it's not going to be very easy. Very tight. The rain adds a little bit of slickness to the road as well. Ooh. Barely tapped the wall there. We are currently winning. Our team is, at least. Hopefully those guys can keep their positions. Hopefully I can get up in the first. Definitely in a much better spot than I was in the last one. Much closer from the get-go. Just see how this car goes around this circuit, and I can try to improve on it every lap. Come on. Come on, let's get him. He's pulling away a little bit. That's okay. I'm gonna try to outdrive him on the turns, which you can kind of dive in a little bit on some of these turns. Right there. I mean, that was probably a really bad move, but I slowed him down, and I got into first. You got to do what you got to do with these Drivatars. So I slowed him down. Hopefully that allows my teammates to catch up a bit too. Doesn't seem like it really did. But we're in first, so we're just going to worry about us now. We're going to worry about driving and trying to stay out here and keep the 50-point bonus on our side of the house. That guy is right there, though. That's not the Drivatar that was in first, so he didn't recover as fast. But he's still in third. As long as our teammates stay where they're at, we should be okay. As long as I stay where I'm at, we should be fine. This is a turn right here that you can kind of dive in a little bit too as well. I did that on my first playthrough. Worked out really well to dive into that first turn, and then you can kind of like slow them down around that second one. So that was a bad turn. This game is so good looking. It is so cool in this storm, with just seeing some of the street lights and the headlights and, like, you know, the precipitation little, like, you know, the rain that's going across the road, that's blowing across the road. It's just so cool. It's a very bad turn. Not a great line. You need to do a little better. Try to get a little bit more of a lead in front of these drivatars. So one of our teammates did fall a position. I think one of them can actually come in last as long as another one is in fifth, I think. But of course we don't want to try to cut it that close. This is a game, or this trial event is of 3 races, so you just have to win 2. So if we win this one, you know, it doesn't really matter how the third one plays out. You do have to race all 3, which is kind of silly, but as long as you win 2, you are A-okay, and you will get the reward for it. Looks like we're going to have a pretty decent lead coming into the finish line here on the last lap, which is good. Go in with a little bit of style for that nice cinematic ending. All right, so as long as the team stays where they're at, so we got 5th, and we got, okay, I think it's saying that we won anyway, so, and we got 7th. Okay, good deal. All right, blue team wins. Oh, is it really not going to make us play the last one? Hey, we'll take that. They changed it in Horizon 5. Good deal. So we got the Lamborghini Murcielago. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the Lamborghini Murcielago. Again, I'm really surprised that that let us get away with just doing the 2. So I guess they changed it in Horizon 5, which is awesome to see. But I'm going to let you listen to this Lambo for a second. It sounds so good in this game. There we go. That is getting the Lamborghini Murcielago here in the autumn season of series number 1 of Forza Horizon 5. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content. But other than that, I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.